Hey, Christina. How you
Hi,
doing?
good. How are
Good to
you?
see you. I'm good, thanks. I'm just getting situated here, like everyone else who's joining us. Getting ready. Got my little phone ready for everybody's questions in case anybody has any questions for us today, because we're going
Good.
to be talking about hairdo today, and I'm very excited about that. So, oh, look at that's my sound going off. Oh,
Well, tell me if you see everybody that's coming in and their comments. We want to answer
yes.
everybody's questions.
Yes, totally, totally, totally. We don't want to miss your questions, people. So feel free to write in. That's what this is all about. So here we are. Here you wear cares on Monday, and we're doing Monday because we thought, you know what, it might be kind of nice for our people who are now getting back into the salons, getting back into their businesses, to kind of switch things to Monday because we know that places are opening up and people are busy doing things now. So that is a good thing. We're very happy about that, aren't we? And
Yeah,
and I am excited that you're joining us too today, Christina. So,
I'm so excited. I've
yeah,
been
so I got my
watching,
notes.
yeah, I've been watching all the lives, so I'm so happy to be on this end
Oh,
of it for once. I hope
yeah, no,
everybody puts in their questions, anything you want to know about hairdo or doing hair, or if you're a stylist and you want to know
yeah,
how to like incorporate hair pieces into your current clientele business, put the
yeah.
questions in. We're going to do an awesome giveaway. Do you want to talk about the giveaway?
Well, yes, we'll talk about the giveaway. We do have something very special for all of you watching today. It's open to all professionals, and we're going to have a countertop hairdo display for you to have at your shop, your salon. So once you've listened to Christine and I gab on all day, you'll be able to, just by asking questions and participating today, you'll be enrolled into this wonderful raffle that we have, so you have something great to put in your salon. So very excited. By the way, Christina,
Mhm.
we have Pauline who says, Happy June. We
Hi,
have Sissy
Pauline.
Williams joining us.
Sending
And
virtual kisses.
well, for those of you who are joining us, let me just introduce you to Christina Jones. Hi, Christina.
Hi.
Um, and no, Christina is not a relative of the Kardashians, even though she may look like one. She is not. She's a beautiful girl,
With my
but
face
no
on.
relation. No relation, right, Christina, to the
Yeah,
Kardashians?
not that I know of. Not that I know of.
So anyway, Christina Jones is joining us today, and Christina Jones has been doing hair for 17 years. 15 of those years, you have also incorporated hair pieces and extensions into your salon services, which makes you a wonderful person to talk to today because you have a ton of expertise and you've been working with the hairdo pieces for quite some time. And she's a specialist in hair color. She loves hair color, but actually, Christina, you love all things fashion,
All
as
things
far as I know.
hair, yeah, hair, fashion. When I was in cosmetology school, I felt like specializing in hair color after would be like more challenging. So I was like,
Hmm.
let me give myself a challenge. So that's what I decided to do. I always say that this industry chose me
Mm.
because it kind of just happened organically. I left a salon, made a resume online, a temp agency calls me, and then boom, I'm working for a wig store and a wig retailer. So
Oh
you
my
know,
goodness.
17 years later, I'm here. I wouldn't have it any other way. I can't imagine doing hair behind the chair without having these pieces in my kit.
Yes,
There's just no way.
yes,
I could not do it.
absolutely. And I think people will, as we kind of see some of the demos, because we have demos coming to people by Christina herself.
Yeah.
As I see some of the demos and some of the pieces and the way we incorporate them, I think everyone will start to get an appreciation, as I have, as you have, for
Right.
how adding additional hair can really elevate your styling, the looks that you create, and make it easy for you to get there. So
Right. Yeah.
looking forward to that.
My goal is for stylists or somebody new to the brand to just kind of think outside of the box during our live. I'm going to show you how, like, my hair's long and it's thick, but I can still create so many different looks. I can create different colors. I can do some things that my own hair won't do, even if it's long, even if it's thick. It's just the most amazing product. And we're going to show you why. Like, we're going to show you
Right,
colors and customizing. So I'm excited.
right. Yeah, because it's about, using hair pieces and hair additions of all types. It's all about using them to express yourself, to create a
Right.
look, and to kind of think outside the box. Because we all know, any professional like yourself or myself, we all know that a lot of times you can't get the looks you want to get with someone's own hair. So this is a great way to get there. you know?
Very rarely. Yeah, for sure. So yeah,
Yeah.
do you want to jump right in? I mean,
Well, I
for
just
those
want to
that
jump
don't
in, but
know about hairdo, talk about
yes,
hairdo.
yes, let's talk about hairdo. But I did want to say one more thing because people may not know, Christina. We didn't even touch on the fact that you have been HairUWear's education and product development manager for over 4 years now. And
Yeah.
so, for those of you who aren't familiar with that, Christina's been with HairUWear, and she helps to evaluate a lot of our educational materials, production materials, and of course, you've assisted on so many photo shoots with us and
Yeah.
been, a stylist in your own right, creating great looks for hairdo. So, anyway, you got the right person here, people. So
And we have so many exciting images, and like the last photo shoot I did, you can see my handle here. It's at the hair you love. Follow me on Instagram. Any questions you have about hair or about the looks that you see on our website, just DM me. I'm always available. Frank as well. So I'm super excited for you guys to see kind of the revamp of hairdo we did, how we made it so Instagram hair worthy. And I'll be showing you some of the looks today. So
by
don't
the way,
log off.
yeah, by the way, Christina, you should know, Carmela DeRosa says she loves your hair.
Oh, thank you. Do you guys think I'm wearing something? Comment if you guys think I'm wearing hair, or is this all me? Also, any guesses of if I'm wearing hair, what it is?
Tricky, tricky.
My hair's big, it's full of secrets.
Right, right. Oh my gosh. Well, let's talk a little bit about hairdo, Christina, because for people who are just joining us or maybe are using the product but don't even know, hairdo has been around since 2006, and it was originally launched to be, additional hair pieces, all types, for creating volume, for creating length, for creating ease. We have like all different types of pieces that you can use to make your life easier and to create special looks. And one of the things that is really wonderful about hairdo and how it's evolved is we've continued to keep that whole theme about quick, easy, fast hair, ready to change. And I think that's really the cornerstone of what really makes hairdo. And then we will get into also the construction of hairdo, why we construct things the certain way that we do, how our colors are blended. And also, one of the things I love to mention all the time is that all of our hairdo pieces are created with heat-friendly, true-to-life fiber, which is important because you can manipulate that fiber with heating implements to give it a little more curl, to straighten a little bit. So one piece can serve so many different purposes. And
I'll kind of show you my working on set and just little things that I've discovered working with the product for so long. And I will be sharing a lot of I feel like they're special tips and tricks.
Absolutely. Well, Christina, because I know you and we follow the fashion trends and what's happening and what celebrities are doing. And we always see them on the red carpet and we see them looking fabulous. We think, God, their hair looks so lovely. And how did they get that look? But
we know.
We know.
We know.
We know the tricks. And so the great thing that I'm excited about is we're going to share some of those tricks with people at home today. So
I think it's just really special to be able to have this platform to be live. You guys will see any little imperfections. You'll see kind of how I get to the looks at the end result look. But I would love to kind of just break down each piece that I have here. We're going to talk about some of our top sellers, some of the pieces that I love, the ones that I wear personally, and then I'll just give you some tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. So hopefully you guys can walk away learning a lot of things.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. Now, I wanted to mention, Christina, do we want to talk a little bit about what separates hairdo from everybody else, or do you want to go into a first demo? What do you feel like? I'm gonna leave it up to you, girl, because it's about you today.
Well, I definitely want everybody to walk away knowing why choose hairdo, why us? There's so many brands out there, so why hairdo? And I have a long list of reasons why I would choose hairdo, whether I work for the company or not, just as a stylist, as an end consumer, what product would I want and what I feel comfortable going back to time after time, and that would be hairdo. Right. And there's a lot of reasons why. Like I said, I have a long list. I would say my top 3 reasons is definitely the quality and the design process. A lot of the Instagram, buy a $20 pony, $30 pony, It's a lot of products that are coming straight from overseas. And I actually have an example. I'm not going to show it yet, but I have an example of one that I was like, let me order one. It's so cute. Okay. But I was very disappointed, and I want to avoid everybody else being disappointed. If it's too good to be true, just don't risk it. Like, we ship from the US. You can, we have a great policy if you have any issues with our product. So
right.
I'm hoping that everybody just gives it a chance. Try it out. You will not be disappointed.
Right,
Another thing that makes like Hairdo,
yeah.
it makes it so special, is the colors. And we're not going to show all the colors. I'll tell you which ones I'm working with today, but a lot of brands out there just take what's easy and cheap to reproduce, which is just a solid color. And Frank knows we were fortunate to visit factories together. And after 3 weeks, all we wanted was an American hamburger. But so the processing that they do, and I volunteered myself to try the hackling thing. I don't think you did, or maybe you have.
I've done in the past, yes. It's
they're
easy.
like, be careful, don't like poke yourself.
Right.
So Hairdo colors, one shade, let's say an R10, is made up of 7 to 11 different solid shades. So somebody physically, everything is made by hand, first of all. Even if something is a machine-made, basic cap, wig, hairpiece, it's all handmade, okay?
Right.
So,
and, Christina, if I may interrupt you on that, I think that's a really good point, because people do think if it's made by a machine, but when we say machine, sometimes you mean the wefts are machine, but every piece is individually sewn together. Yeah.
Somebody was feeding it through the machine. But yeah, so somebody takes 7 to 11 bundles of solid colors. They get them together and they go through the hackling process, which if you YouTube that, if you get bored later, just YouTube hackling fibers. It's not an easy process. So every color has 7 to 11 different shades. And you might be wondering, well, that makes it look pretty. It makes it look like it has, different variations of color. So yay, that's great. But no, it actually makes it blend so much better.
Yes,
I'm shocked when I see like two people with the same, like they're both buttered toast, but they're like, you see them in person, they're two different colors.
Yeah. I actually brought an example because I want to let people know what we mean by that. So these are raw colors, okay? And I do this demo quite a bit to explain to people. These are raw colors that are made. These are the fiber colors. But we take these colors in whatever combination in order to create colors that we want. So for example, when you look at this, you can see it's a beautifully blended range of a lot of these tones. So that's what makes it natural. We also sometimes will add a root, and that's one of the benefits as well. So there is a lot of thought and there is a lot of effort that goes into this. And hackling, what Christina was talking about, is when we take these colors and we blend them all together. It's the process of blending all that together. So
it's such a like very special handmade product. Every single detail, there's a reason why it's there. And I love that. Like, I love to take a piece and just like really dissect it. I know not everybody cares about all the details, but I like that. I like to know that this clip is on that spot for a specific reason. And like every piece is so thought out. And a lot of other companies, they don't have a design team like we do. So they don't have those people that are going to be like, well, this needs to be curved right here because of this, this, and this. So not to get too, off track, but that's one of my favorite reasons why you should choose Hairdo. The colors, the construction, also the customization of the pieces.
Yes.
Most of the pieces that you can find online right now, like on Instagram, a lot of pieces mimic ours. Like Frank said, we've been doing this since 2006. So.
Yes. And I would be remiss if I didn't give props to. I would be remiss if I didn't give props to Ms. Teresa Lane if she's watching.
Yes, I was going to bring her
Lane.
If Teresa, if you're here, please comment a little hand wave or something, because she is the reason why ponies are here. Like Ariana Grande, you need to email Teresa and say thank you.
It's true, because Teresa actually was the one of the designers, the main designer. Let's just be honest, who started Hairdo in 2006, and her influence is still with us as a company because she is still with us in the company. And so, how great that she is still there to share her knowledge, share her expertise. And listen, she wears a lot of these pieces herself, so we get great feedback. Because you really have to have someone who wears them. It's like you were saying earlier, Christina, you can order something online, but it could be just the company just kind of spits those out and hopes that you buy it. But we actually try the pieces, test the pieces. and get great feedback from people. And that also helps us create better, newer pieces as a result.
Exactly. Yeah. Like we find things to improve. And that's why I feel like Hairdo, not to get too into just the history, but it's evolved so much. And I think it's, even though some of these pieces are like timeless classic pieces that came out years ago, like you see them all over Instagram right now. So with just a few staple pieces, you can create timeless looks, but then also be very on trend, which is important for me. Like I love to be on trend right now, but maybe later in a few weeks, like nobody's doing that anymore. So you can change it.
Yeah, that's the problem with being trendy, isn't it? You gotta be quick. Gotta be quick.
So any guesses on my hair? I'm gonna take it out in a minute. So I just revealed that I am wearing something.
I know. I'm not gonna guess because I want everybody else to guess.
Okay.
Susan
well,
Mills
while people
Weaver.
are guessing, should I show everybody like just styling the true to life fiber? I think that's one of my favorite things about the fiber is that as a stylist, especially on set, I know that I can create any look. Like I know I can use my curling iron, my flat iron that I love and like are in my kit. I can use my styling products, like everything I can do it just like I would on somebody's hair. So should we show a little bit of that?
Yeah, sure, of course. Let's get to it. I was going to say before, Susan Mills Weaver. She says she loves it when someone comes into her studio with a bad extension and she's able to tell it right away and educate them on the difference between something that you get online and Hairdo. And thank you very much for doing that because it is about education.
Yeah, and I know that there may be some end consumers watching us right now, but I think if you're a stylist or a wig shop and you're going to retail Hairdo, you're going to have everybody coming in with their Instagram ponies or their $20 hair pieces.
Yeah.
They're going to want you to help them with that. Also, you need to know how to promote Hairdo, justify maybe actually Hairdo prices are great, to be honest. Given everything that I just explained, you're going to be happy with the prices. But if there's a price difference or if ours is a little bit more, like I want you guys to be educated to know how to validate that and say, okay, yes, it's $10 more, $5 more, whatever it is, but this is why, and you're going to be happy with it. And then as a stylist, you know that you can count on us. Like we're going to back you up. And if your client has an issue, if you have an issue, you have us. So a lot of other companies can't do that.
Yes, and as we were saying, while you're getting ready for that, as we were saying, you know, a lot of these pieces are handmade, and it will happen on occasion where, you know, maybe a clip just isn't sewn in just as strongly. Just like when you go to the store and you buy a shirt and the button comes off, you know where you can go to get that fixed or replaced or get some assistance with that. And that is something that I think is really assuring, especially when you get used to having these pieces in your kit. You're going to want to know that if you have an issue with something, you can reach out to the people who you got it from.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm going to jump right into some demos. Talking about our true to life fiber, it is customizable. Your heat tools, like I love Amika stuff. Mine, the lowest temperature is 200 on my flat iron. On my curling iron that I'll use shortly after, the lowest temperature is 320. But it's perfect because for the true to life fiber, you just cannot go over 350 degrees.
Right.
So that gives you room to work with. So my flat iron, I like to go not pushing the limit at 350, but I'm going to put it at 320 because you want it to be hot enough to do something, but not too hot to melt it.
That's true.
So when you do a flat iron section, or let's say you want to straighten something, I do recommend sectioning and kind of doing like the thin combs with the flat iron, like you would with your own hair. But
just like you would do human hair,
Yeah, I'll show you how easy it is. It's just literally one pass and that's bone straight. So that is super easy to flat iron. And I'll show you my little tricks with curling because for a while, even I felt kind of like, oh, I have to curl a wig or a true to life wig. It's going to take me forever. It really doesn't. What I like to do first, which the true to life fiber compared to regular synthetic has a lot less shine. But even if it just has a little bit at first because it's new, I like to use some dry shampoo. You can use any brand that you like. This is Perk Up by Amika. So I'm just going to use Amika stuff.
I love your products. I love your hot tools. I love your styling products. They're all colorful, Christina.
All colorful.
They're all colorful, like your personality, darling.
Thank you. Okay, so what I like to do, actually like a little prep secret that I've learned, and I feel like the curl cools faster and holds better if you spray it with a little dry shampoo first. So not only is it kind of knocking off some shine, but then when you go to curl it, And we do, you know, recommend doing like a cooling process. What I do, so I'm gonna wrap this around because I kind of want like a loose beach wave. I want it to be current. So I'm gonna hold it for just a few seconds. I'm going to release it into my palm. Actually,
And that's the trick, releasing it into the palm just like you did, just letting it slip down in there.
Keep it styled in the curl shape. So there you have it. So hopefully you can see it. I know this is a dark color. This was my old hair color. You can see that now I have that nice wave after I just flat ironed it. And with my own hair, if I flat iron it and then try to go back to curl it, it doesn't hold. So this holds, and you can see it took me a few seconds to cool it. We do also recommend doing a curl clip cool process. Like if you have one of these, Frank knows I like gold, so I got some gold.
Yes.
I'm a little extra.
There you are.
You'll find out.
You are a little extra. I'm a little extra too, so I get it.
Okay, so let's say I release this into my palm. I'm just gonna take the clip and just clip it like that and just let it cool off. And then I can keep working. What I personally, the reason why I personally don't do the clip a lot is because it does end up giving you a traditional curl pattern because it keeps it all curled like in the round shape from root to ends. And with the beach wave, your ends are kind of looser. So I like to kind of hold it in my palm. And when it's in my palm, I can adjust the tightness of the curl, which I love doing. So that's another little trick. So again, use a little dry shampoo. Dry shampoo is my best friend.
Yes. And I will say too, like if you want that tight curl, for those women that want that tight curl, like you were saying, Christina, clip it and really let it cool, and you'll get it. You'll get it.
So everybody, I'm gonna do like a little quiz for the watchers. So this piece that I've waved, I've actually waved this whole piece because it came with more of a traditional curl. This is the grand extension, and I wanted it to be a beach wave to match my hairstyle at the time. So I waved it. But so if I wash this, will it stay in the wave that I just made, or is it gonna go straight, or does it go back to the original curl? So comment what you think the answer is. You can comment straight, curl, or same. After
we're gonna make people work for this countertop display. Give us your comments, people. Give us your comments.
Please comment. So it's very, very easy to style the fiber as you saw here. So don't be afraid to get your styling tools, play with it, curl it, flat iron it. You can do anything to it. So that's curling. Hopefully some of you guys are taking some guesses. Let's see. Got some questions here.
Yeah, Christina, Susan Mills wanted to know, can you use any brand of dry shampoo?
Of course, yes.
Right.
You'll end up having your favorite. I feel like I've tried every brand. I really like Amika. I like the IGK. I love that they have 3, kind of like mild, medium, and hot. So there's one that they say you can use on hair that has not been washed up to 3 weeks. So it's just crazy. But there's different brands. Any brand works. Dry shampoo is super gentle. It's going to wash out. But it actually is a great tool for true to life.
Right. And another thing to mention, as you displayed for all of us, how you can curl the product. One of the things you need to be careful about, like we were saying before, is you see a lot of these hair pieces online. Some of them will say, oh, it's heat-friendly fiber. You get it home and you go try to curl it or put a heat tool to it. Oh, guess what? It's singed, or half of it's singed, or it's a fiber blend that is far less superior to what we're using for hairdo.
Or because I have somebody, I'm not going to mention their name, close to me that ordered some 100% Remy human hair extensions. She paid $240 and they're synthetic. And of course, the company doesn't do returns, exchanges. Sorry.
Of course.
Sorry.
Of course.
No, you're not going to have that with us. And actually, we're going to talk about human hair next week. So be sure to tune in again.
Yes.
Oh, me and Frank again. Yay.
Yes, we'll be together again.
But we're going to talk about how HairUWear's Remy human hair, not only can you trust it, but it's certified authentic. Like nobody is doing that. Trust me. Yes. So like I said, you can trust HairUWear. You can trust Hairdo. The products, whatever it says it is, that's what it is. Not only that, but it just exceeds expectations.
Right. And we have added some human hair pieces now into the Hairdo line to give you even more flexibility or the look of human hair or whatever it is that you may need. And so even that hair is of the best quality for the Hairdo market. And so, not only do you have this wonderful, true to life synthetic heat stylable fiber, you also are now going to be getting some, bits you can work with that are human hair as well. So we're looking at the line, we're broadening the line, and we're giving people what they're asking for. So it's a very exciting time.
Very exciting. And for those that maybe have ordered Hairdo but don't understand kind of our color concept with human hair, there's level shades, which I think is huge. A lot of the things that I'm going to show you today, I feel like HairUWear doesn't toot their own horn about, but I'm going to toot it. So toot.
Toot, girl, toot.
Because,
toot it.
like, as a stylist, seriously, like, I would not go anywhere else because of these things. So I'm going to share that with you.
Yeah.
But with human hair, they are made in level shades as well as salon inspired shades. So let's say you don't want to have to go through and highlight and low light and root and all that. There are colors for that. Like, this is an example of one that's a human hair that's rooted. Like, maybe I don't want to spend the extra time low lighting it and rooting it. So you can get that. But we also have level shades. So level shades, if you're a stylist, you know that when you lift a dark hair color, you're going to see different levels of warmth, starting from like a reddish tone, and then you get like a little orange, yellow, golden. Okay, so these colors are lifted that way, and then color is not redeposited on them. So as a stylist, you have a blank canvas. You can go in there and you can use any color line that you're comfortable with. We do recommend, of course, doing a test strand, but you can go in there and you know exactly what you're going to get. So like, I took the R10HH and did these cool like color pieces, and I did a whole kit of extensions. But you can literally match any client's hair color. So let's say we don't offer their exact bright red or their pink hair or their purple hair. You can create that. And as stylists, as colorists, you want to do that, and you can. So all of these pieces, we have a clip and bang, we have a clip or wraparound pony that's human hair. You can take those and make them any color. It's so fun. Like the limit is your imagination. So anything you can imagine, you can do.
Exactly. And that's why, for those of you out there who are not, professional stylists, or you don't do hair color, we have options for you. For those that are, we've added some human hair so that you can be even more creative with the line. So it's, like I said, it's very much up to how you want to use it, which is, how perfect is that?
Right. And so like some stylists, I understand I only want to work with human hair. Like synthetic is, everybody has this taboo notion about synthetic hair, that it's like a Barbie doll. You can't do anything. It's going to melt. As you can see with what I just curled. And actually, I don't know if anybody guessed what the answer is, but that piece that I've waved, I've maybe spent 30 minutes waving it. It's going to stay waved until I go with something hot and change it. Even after I wash it, it stays. So let's say I create like a tight coiled curl or crimped texture, it stays that way until I change it again. So it's literally like magic. Like, how do you just curl it once? Like, are you serious?
Because you're the boss. You're the boss of hairdo. That's why.
Oh my goodness. Like, come on. For events, for weddings, I'm going to show you more hair pieces, but there's literally like, just come on, please jump on our bandwagon, please.
Yeah.
We're trying to do you a favor.
That's right.
But so
while you're getting ready for the next one, Christina, I just want to say a shout out to Lori Neapolitan, who's done makeup for our shoots, who's watching today. Kim Hammond, hello, Kim.
Sending kisses.
And to Haley McCoy. Hi, Haley. She's joining us today. Good to see you. Yeah. And Kimberly. Where's Kimberly? Thank you, Kimberly, for joining us today as well.
Okay, so the next piece I'm going to show you and talk about is our bangs. So bangs are super fun. I decided a few years ago that I thought it would be a good idea to get the really thick full bangs.
Of course you did. It must have been trending, Christina. It must have been trending.
Don't do it. Just clip them in. Don't cut them, clip them. Just tell your clients, anybody that sat in my chair when I was at that salon, when I knew I could put these on them, oh, I want to cut bangs. Do you think they look good? Oh, what about this piece? It's like super affordable. Clip them in, wear them for a few days. If you still want me to cut your hair, I'm more than happy to do it. But wear these first. And they always decide, oh, you know what? I'm tired of it already. Okay, well then let's not cut them. Just clip them.
Right. It always happens. As soon as you're like 5 minutes after you've cut them, you go home, you're like, I'm digging it. And then you're like, Okay, now how
Oh,
long does
then,
someone take to grow out?
or
You
after you wash it, you realize, oh, I didn't even know I had a cowlick right there. And they're like, yeah, you don't have to worry about with these. So I'm going to show
No.
you the differences of the ones that we carry. So with Hairdo, there's a few different clip-in bangs. So this one is called clip-in bang. Okay, so I'm going to kind of show it to you as well as I can on here. But you see it has a little longer pieces. It's super cute, like fringy. It's subtle. It has like some soft layers. The back, you'll notice, is very straight here. It's like a triangle with 3 clips. Okay, so this is clip and bang. This one is modern fringe, and it looks a little different. Do you guys see the difference? What's different about these two?
I know.
Put in some comments, because your comments will get you a huge giveaway that we're doing.
Yes.
$600 worth. You want to comment. So what is the difference?
I'll let you take it, Christina, because I mean, I'm so tempted to yell it out, but I'm not going.
Right. So I'm going to show you from this side. They look very similar. You almost say, well, they're not different. They're very similar. Okay, so this one, if you notice, it's not very straight up top. It has this section of hair.
Right.
And what that does is when you clip it in, it gives you something to blend it back into your hair, which is really important. I'm going to
personally find, Christina, because you're going to demo, but I personally find that the modern fringe that has the length in the back is great for someone with finer hair. If you have a thick mass of hair, you can probably get away with the fringe that does not have the extended hair in the back. Yeah. I
actually like them both for different reasons and for different styles. And I'll kind of show you. I'm going to demo this one because I feel like most people have issues blending it. So I'm going to show you how I work with it. This one is very easy. I will point out something that, again, HairUWear doesn't toot its own horn, but this little piece here, this is all handmade and hand sewn, so that it does look really natural. I like to gather it and kind of pinch it and twist the hair. I always spray my bangs with dry shampoo. So I'm going to put this one on. So I'm going to spray it. Even if your hair is super healthy, shiny, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
You still want to, I'm going to turn off these heat tools so I don't burn myself.
Do that. But you know what? One of the things I do too with the bangs is I really find you have to brush the bangs out really good. You have to wake them up and bring some life to them. So by putting in a little dry shampoo, by taking your brush through it, you got to wake that girl up.
Who says that, Lawrence? Shake it to wake it?
Shake it to wake it.
Okay, so I sprayed my dry shampoo on it. I'm going to take my brush. I like to kind of shimmy. Like, get in there, get in those wefts and like really brush it out. I love the little longer pieces on the sides. Okay, and so what I'm going to do, I'm going to expose myself. I'm going to take off what I have
Christina.
So I can put on something else. So this piece that I'm wearing, I have a lot of hair, but not this much. So that's kind of, it's all flat now. So this piece that I was wearing, I actually, as a fun side project, and I'll show you guys our invisible extension, but I tried my best to break the band. You know how everybody's scared to break it? I'm like, I'm going to actually try to break it. So I eventually had to just cut it off because I could not break it. But what I did is I sewed clips onto it. So this is the base of our human hair invisible extension. And I just sewed some clips on it.
Right.
So if you have an invisible and it feels like it slides down a little bit, just sew a clip in the middle. Our clips are awesome. They have a little silicone pad, so it's really protecting your hair. It's not metal and hair in the middle. There's like that little grip. You don't have to back comb your hair. You don't have to do anything like that. It just clips in so comfortably. Right. And then this color is really pretty. But you see how this like is going to hold the curl way better than my hair does. Like mine's going to fall flat, but this is going to stay pretty.
You know what it is? That piece with the wave in it helps support the wave you've created with your own hair. Because your hair lays over it and it holds it in shape. And you know what?
I don't have to like spend so much time making mine look perfect. I just kind of do a little bit rough around the edges. And then when I clip this in, it looks like I just waved it all.
Yeah, so, totally.
Another trick.
Totally true. Yeah.
Okay, so let's play with these bangs. Something that I like to do before I clip in bangs, and that's because of these long pieces on the sides, is I will take my hair and tuck it behind my ears. I do recommend a center part, even if you don't typically style your hair down the center, but put it in the center because of the way that the triangle is shaped.
I agree. For the distribution
Yeah.
of the hair and the weight and the balance.
So the 2 clips at the bottom, I'm going to slide those in first. So we'll see if I can pull this off. Right on the edge. And what I'm going to do before I decide, oh, I need to cut it or I need to do something to it, this piece, I'm going to play with that a little bit. So
yes.
Okay, I need it right about here.
Yes, because once you go to the apex of the head, you will be able to adjust the length of the bangs just by placing it.
I rarely cut them. I'd rather play with it a little bit. So this piece, because it doesn't have that section that goes back, this might be a little harder for me to blend. But what I'm going to do, and what I've been super into lately, headbands. So
yeah.
Take my headband and just put that in. Like, how cute is that?
Yeah. So adorable.
So chic.
Yes. And you know, one of the things about having the length on the sides, you know, a lot of people think they have to leave them there. But in essence, yeah, you can trim them back because the width of your forehead and everyone is different, you know, and where your brows extend to. So of course you can customize that. And if you're doing it for a customer, you know, take a moment to maybe razor cut those side pieces to make it fit their face a little better as well. So but look at that.
Can I do bangs or no? I mean, why would I ever cut them again?
No, exactly.
Okay, exactly. So on the topic of bangs, another one that we carry is our human hair bang. So if you want to customize it, or if you just want human hair because that's what you prefer, our human hair bang's a little different. So I'm going to show you the bases again. So you see this section here that's different. So it's still kind of a triangle shape, but this one is actually a monofilament. It has a monofilament crown. Frank, do you want to explain what that is to everybody?
Basically, a monofilament crown is going to give you more movement and more flexibility in the piece, especially where you're blending towards the back. The reason why is because that section that Christina showed you towards the back, that section is hand tied. It means each individual hair is tied onto that. So what that does is because there's no wefting there, can you see that? Those are individual hairs at the top where the clip is. And that gives you flexibility of movement because, like I said, every hair one by one is tied into that. So that is total freedom, a total even more, it's a higher level of believability and blendability. So if you know you're a bang wearer, then you elevate to like that next one. You're like, that's the one I'm going for next.
Yeah. Another thing, just talking about bangs and just kind of this area here in the front, this piece is actually really great if you have hair loss. So if you have a client that's thinning in the front, it's actually even great to cover up your gray regrowth. So don't think about it just as, oh, somebody wants the bang look. Maybe they already have bangs, but they're thin. Maybe they're flat. This is a great piece for that. Or we're right now with the quarantine, a lot of us, you know, we can't get to our hairdressers. We can't touch up our grays. And we have Zoom calls. Okay, so just it covers your roots.
You know, Christina, one of the things I've seen some people do too, and I've done on occasion too, is if I have a wig wearer who wants to change up the look of their wig, like they like a style, but their wig doesn't have bangs, you can also clip these bangs over your existing wig to give it a different look as well.
That's very true. And the nice thing is that the hairdo colors sync up with Raquel. We have very close colors in Gabor. So ask your sales rep or ask one of us. We'll tell you what color to get to match your wig. Just like an honorable mention, I'm not going to talk about it too much because I'm sure we'll do something just about hair loss later. But hairdo also has, like if you have somebody that is very thin on top, we have our top of head, which is a piece that goes right at your part that gives you I know, I love this one. This used to be my color. It looked so good. I can't put it on now, but you just put it along your part, whether it's a side part or a center part, and it gives you that kind of like when you blow dry your hair and you just have that really pretty swoop.
Yes.
That's what this is. But of course, it's for somebody with thinning hair or somebody that wants to cover their roots, their regrowth. This is an option. It's called top of head. It's all hand tied. This is the monofilament, but the entire piece is monofilament. So every hair was put on by hand. It has the clips on it so you can secure it.
Yeah.
And then
what I love about that piece is it's narrow, it's small, it's very lightweight, but it gives you a ton of coverage.
Yeah, it does.
A lot of coverage over the top. Yeah.
And then of course you can pair it with some extensions or a pony, the bangs as well. I always like to say you can make like a cocktail of the piece.
Yeah, you can.
Put them all together, mix them together. Okay, so the fringe top of head is another one. So you can see how much larger this base is.
Yeah.
This circular section here, it's called a skin crown. So if you look at it closely, it looks like your own scalp. I don't know if you can see it. But
Yep.
so it gives you the look of your own scalp. And then it has like this really pretty, like full, thick kind of Bardot bang. And it gives you some length and volume. You can pair it with extensions or just wear it with your own hair. It's so pretty. So just
very easy
mention
piece
of these two. So hair loss is something that Hairdo is passionate about. Clearly, it's not just about fashion; it's function as well. So these pieces are great.
Well, yeah, and they make affordable solutions for women who are starting like the beginning stages of hair loss, and you don't know how committed you want to get to maybe bonding hair or getting into human hair. We have some options for you to look at, and you can see that there is something else for you that can maybe help with the situation you're dealing with. And of course, Hairdo makes that very affordable, given the different fibers and the human hair that we have, also very affordable category.
Exactly. I think too, if you're a stylist and you're not sure how you want to get into this industry or incorporate the pieces, maybe just have a few of the top of heads or the clip and bangs on hand. Maybe you don't do event hair. Maybe you're just a stylist that focuses on just cuts and colors or things like that. But if you have somebody in your chair that is starting to thin or have hair loss, they want you to help them. They don't want you to send them somewhere else. So,
Patty Kolar
have some options.
I think it's Patty Kolar. Did I say your last name right, Patty? She asks for the top of head that you just showed. She thought it looked really great. She was wondering if someone with fine hair can wear it. And I personally would say, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes. You could wear it.
It gives you a lot of volume. I always like to say it's like a little blow dry in a box, because that top of head, the one without the bang, it literally gives you that top volume that you cannot get with extensions. A lot of clients, they sit in your chair and they keep telling you, add more extensions. Can you add more extensions? Because they think that you're adding them here. It's going to somehow come up here.
I know. My clients used to do that all the time. Like, it's like, there's only there's a place where you have to stop, because you're going to start seeing the bonds, and you have to know where that is. And if you can't go past there, but you still want more, top of head, like a hairdo piece or a human hair hairdo piece, great way to fix that problem, right?
Exactly. So let me see, hopefully we answered a question. If you have fine hair, definitely. Our clips are, for me, sometimes I feel like if I grab too much hair, I can't like secure it very well, because our clips are made for fine hair. So you're going to be great. For me, if you have thick hair, just take a little bit less of a section to clip it in, but of course. So we're going to move on to our invisible extension, which is the one that has the little clear, the one I tried to break and I couldn't.
Yes.
So I'm going to show you kind of some tips on how I put this on. We have a few options, so let me address that first. This one is long.
That's a long one.
Woo! So it's 20 inches is our true to life. We have a great option, because some people were like, well, I keep having to cut it. Like, I don't want to have to cut it. Stylists were having to cut them. So guess what? We came out with a 16-inch. It's pretty.
Yeah, that is
a little bit shorter than my hair, but it would be great for anybody adding length. I love these volume.
I'm just going to say, of course they fall into the category of extension, right? But if you have finer hair, it works as a great extension. If you just want extra volume, think about these pieces as volume. Yeah. They don't necessarily have to add length. They can give you the volume and the fullness that you want, so that you have that, gorgeous mane of hair.
Not only that, but because this covers so much of like the underneath, it can really change your hair color too.
Oh, yeah.
Like I could get this one, like the one I had on is actually a little bit lighter than my hair color, and I just recently went lighter, but before I went lighter, I put it in and it would make my hair look brighter and a little bit lighter without having to re-bleach any more pieces on my ends.
Right.
And then this one is kind of about the same color as my hair. This one's the 1425, SS 1425.
And that would work great. That would work totally great in your hair.
Yeah, I can make this one work too. I love the roots. I think it just makes it look way better. Yes. But I'm going to try it. You can keep talking, Frank, and I'm going to put this on for everybody to watch how I do it.
Well, so I was going to say, one of the reasons why it works so well, even though it's not really an exact match with Christina's hair color, is the fact that the 7 to 11, sometimes even 14 blended shades that we're talking about. Once that gets kind of blended into your own hair, once you kind of work the piece through, you'll really be surprised at how maybe a color that didn't look quite exactly like your hair in the beginning, once it's on and all together, it really looks beautifully stunning, and no one would be any worse for the wearer to know that it wasn't your hair.
Yeah, and I'll ask, I know Chris is online with us. Chris, can you comment the MSRP for our human hair invisible extension? Because I know based on the market itself, for the amount of hair that's in this thing, it's thick. It's so much hair. It's so good. For the price point, order this one.
Right. Well,
okay, so what I
Carolina
did,
asks, real quick, Christina, Carolina asks, since you're on the piece, she says she's tried the invisible extension, but she always felt like it was going to slide off. And
so I'll
maybe
show
you
you
want to
how
address
I
that,
put
or I'll
it in.
address it.
Yeah, so it's always about the application, and it seems very simple, and yeah, you can just put it on, pull your hair over it. But as a stylist myself, I've learned kind of little tricks to make it perfect. So what I did is I just took a round section all the way around. If you notice, I kind of stopped here.
Right.
So this is where I want the band to sit. If you have
like an inch or an inch and a half off.
Right, almost like a half inch maybe. As close as you can get here. Because remember, the band is invisible. You're not going to see it when I'm done. But if you have it at the top, it's going to feel like it's sliding back. Okay, so I'm not even using a clip. I'm going to slide this over and just get it on.
Yeah, you don't even clip it. I see you just kind of.
Yeah, I didn't even clip my hair.
Yeah.
So let's see.
You may in the beginning, as you're getting used to this, you know,
yeah,
might want to clip it. But once you start wearing it, it's like, you know, it's like contact lenses. In the beginning, you're so careful, and then afterwards, you just.
Okay, so I'm going to purposely leave this out so you can see where the band is. Okay, so I'm going to let it fall there. This is my little trick that I try to share with everybody I can. So I take my brush, my HairUWear brush, any brush will do, and I take it and I shimmy.
Yes.
So I kind of brush like this, shimmy up and down. And what that's going to do is that band is just gone. You see that? Hopefully you can see it and you don't just see my face.
No, we don't see
it. Don't look at it. Don't look too close now. Don't point out my grays. But
no,
okay,
because you
see how
have
that
to
band is
blend that
gone?
area.
Yeah.
You have to blend it. And
you
don't want to put too much pressure.
Yeah, you want your hair to completely surround the band. That's the goal. Okay. So once I do that, it feels super secure. It's not going anywhere. And like I said, if you feel like you want added security, or it feels like it droops a little bit too much in the back because of the weight, you can add a clip in just the center and just clip it in. But I think the best part of this is that you don't have clips. Yes, and that's why everybody loves it, because you don't have clips.
Right.
Get all my hair out.
You know, it is a little bit of a
fun.
It is a little bit of a catch-22 when we're designing, right? And you know this, Christina. It's like we want to get the volume and the hair in there. So it's that fine balance of getting enough hair to make that fullness and that volume. And then, but then also it has to be comfortable to wear. So we're constantly working on that. And I know you try them on all the time, and we have people try them on and work with them. But we got to get the balance right. And I think with this, we do have it. And like you said, one of the things people need to remember is have it sit up a little higher. You don't want it back here.
Close. Yeah, I want it close.
Yeah.
What I love though too, like I was so worried about this piece, I actually wasn't gonna demo it because I didn't style it out of the box. But look how it just like blended into my hair.
Absolutely.
It's so thick. Like I could do pigtails or braids or different hairstyles, a pony, and it's so comfortable. For me, by the end of the day, if I'm wearing a lot of clips, I start to feel that my head's very sensitive. With this one, with no clips, you just don't feel anything. Yeah. So love it. And then it's so easy to take it off. Let's do a reveal.
Ta-da! And yeah, and you know what? That also goes really well into a suitcase if you have to go anywhere and you need glamour hair for an event.
Yes.
It
and
packs
then also,
real easy.
Like we said, if I wouldn't feel comfortable just going somewhere with my hair like this because it just already felt flat. But with that extra thickness and volume, it feels like a hairstyle. Like I would definitely go out with that. So again, human hair, we have the 16-inch synthetic, true to life synthetic. You can still heat style it, wave it, curl it, whatever you want to do. And then the 20-inch, this is very, very popular. Price point is amazing. And for somebody that's kind of starting off with the invisible, you can always sell them this one. If you have shorter hair, get this one. So there's something for everybody.
Absolutely. And if you guys are curious about pricing on this, just call your rep and they can tell you what the pricing is on these if you want to get more information, what retail cost is on all these. So all that is available to you. What do you got next? What are you playing with over there?
I'm over here playing with the Stylo-Do Mini Do. So now I'm gonna get my hair into a really tight, high slick pony. So that'll be fun. Because I wanted to show you these pieces in like a top knot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my hair. Do we have any questions while I'm doing this that we can answer?
Not at the moment, but I do want to mention that that piece that you're going to be putting on now is on our giveaway display. So for those of you who are participating today and you get the counter display, there's a little picture of it. That's our hairdo display that goes on the counter. And you can see you have a wrap there, you have some braids, and you will have the Stylo-Do and the Mini Do. You'll get 12 braids, 12 Stylo-Do Mini Do's, and then of course, which is so important, the hairdo color ring, because we always suggest that you get a color ring. I cannot tell you how many people call and say, well, I'm looking online, I don't know which one to get. And it's like, get yourself a color ring. It's just like, you know, when you're painting a room or painting a house, I tend to go to the paint store and I get myself some paint swatches. I want to see them. I'm not going to guess. I'm not going to guess. Some of you are good. And then, you know, if you already know your color, or if you find something that's close enough and you can make it work, then go for it. But
another kind of tip is like, if you're going to get extensions or a pony, you can always go a little bit lighter than what you think. But if you're going to do a bang, go a little bit darker, or like a top.
I agree with that, because our hair tends to be darker at the top and lighter at the ends. So if you're on the fence and you're thinking like, what direction should I go in? I definitely say, lighter on the ends. Because even if you do, you'll create like a sun-kissed kind of ombre look, really, if you get the lighter piece for the bottom. But it looks a little strange to have a lighter piece on the top, because usually our hair is darker and it doesn't quite blend as well.
I'm going to give myself a little facelift for free over here.
Yes, you're going to give it a nice, secure
baby hairs. But I'm going to use like this brush that has more of like a nylon, so I can really get it slicked.
Yes. And you have quite a bit of long hair, and I think a lot of times women want to know, like, if I have this long hair, can I wear like a Rapido or a Stylo-Do? Or
the thing is, my hair is not going to do what these pieces can do, as much as I would love it to.
Yeah, and not all day, because these are, you know, one of the things about fiber versus human hair, and this is, I'm talking about your own human hair, your biological human hair, or I'm talking about human hair wigs and hair pieces. This fiber is resistant to humidity. So what you're going to notice is, when you wear a hair piece, or you wear an extension piece, or you put like a Stylo-Do, a Mini Do in your hair, it is going to hold that style all day. This is like a one and done, ladies. You will, you know, you walk out the door, you are done for the day. We're done for that. Unless, of course, you want a quick change and you want to change it up. You have an extra piece in your purse.
Okay, so I'm going to wrap my hair as tight as I can, so I can do this little Stylo-Do bun for you.
Yeah, you're just kind of twist it up, right? And just kind of get your own hair out of the way.
I mean, if you have short hair, as long as you don't have to go as high as I did. I just wanted to do a top knot. You're
going to do a little Karen Walker top knot.
Okay, so first of all, before I put these in, and I'm gonna, when I do my pony at the end, my grand reveal, I have my little baby hair brush. I'll make this look a little bit better. So the Stylo-Do Mini Do comes with 2 pieces. So this one's actually shorter but thicker, and this one's longer but thinner. So you can get different looks. You can wear them together or wear them separate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the big one. I'm going to wrap it on there first. So already it looks way better than my hair did. I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to like start to brush it into a bun.
And this is very trending. We're seeing this kind of like full buns everywhere on the red carpet. We're seeing celebrities donning that anytime they're in some, you know, fancy event or some premiere, because it's a classic staple. I mean, it's so beautiful and so elegant. And, you know, normally you would have to backcomb your own hair, right? You'd have to tease it. You'd have to brush it through all the time. You have to make it like cotton candy, then hairspray it and swirl it. And with these pieces, you can create an instant updo, instant glam in really just seconds. Really just seconds. I mean, Like, I don't even know, do you have a mirror in front of you, Christina, or are you just
No, I
doing it by
don't.
feel right now? So,
Yeah,
I mean, all right,
no.
perfect example. I mean, that's how easy it is. Christina doesn't even have a mirror. She's putting it on her head and she's doing it by feel. And imagine what you could do if you were doing this on a customer,
Yeah.
where you have full access, 360-degree view of it. And also if you were just at home doing it with a mirror. So
You know
great.
what I wanted to do, and I totally forgot to grab it when I came to sit over here, is like get a really pretty scarf and just like wrap it around the
Hmm.
bun to just make it look really chic and like
Right.
but I love it.
Right. Yeah.
What I was gonna say too is with our Stylogy Mini Jew, the wrap, we have a patent on it, and Frank and I saw them make it at the factory, so I
Yes.
can't reveal the trick, but it's
Yeah.
made in a way to where you're never gonna see the rubber band. Like
Right.
so crazy because obviously if I pull this because my hair's thicker, I need to pull it. If I see like a big rubber band with like wefts on it, that's not gonna be cute. Like I just
Right.
can't
Right.
have
Yeah.
that. Can't have that look.
Right. And it
So
also doesn't give you any flexibility, where with this piece it does, because the hair is coming from everywhere, all
yeah.
around the whole elastic. There
So
you go.
I need my sad emoji. Okay,
Oh
so
no, come on now.
Stylogy Mini Jew Duo is going to be in the giveaway. It's a great upsell piece, great for event hair. If you follow our Instagram at HairUWear, we have some really easy, fun tutorials on like how to get different looks for brides.
Yes. Yes. Oh, you know what? You bring up a great point, Christina. One of the things I used to like to use the wraps for when doing bridal hair is, you all know the look I'm talking about. You want that loose, tenderly look. You can
Yeah,
use the wrap as an anchor. So if you're pulling long pieces back into it, you can use the wrap as an anchor to anchor your bobby pins, which is a great technique. And you know it's going to last all day. That's gonna
yeah.
hold.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do just a little baby hair tweaking over here that I'm seeing like everywhere on Instagram that I love. So I
Thank
have
you,
my little,
Kardashians. Thank
yeah,
you, Kardashians.
my little baby hair brush. I'm just gonna like sweep it, make like a little swoop, kind of hold it, and then get the ends up. I'm just gonna.
Because what are you going to put on now, Christina? You've
So
got me
now,
engaged now.
yeah, now I'm gonna
I want to
do
know.
a really fun look to finish off our live with
Cool.
the. I'm gonna do the wraparound pony. But what I did to mine
Oh,
is I literally, and I kept the pieces that I cut. I gathered the ends. I kind of smoothed it out because it comes with a loose curl, but I flat ironed the
right.
ends and I just cut off that much. I literally just took like I took like a blunt, just snipped it off,
Yeah,
and then I curled the ends under to get kind of that pony bob look. So let's see if
right.
I can.
Again, this is what we're talking about, taking a piece and customizing it
Yeah.
to have it work the way you want it to look. You know, Christina, I wanted to say, Susan Mills Weaver asks if you'll be in Atlanta, and I'm just going to answer for everybody right now. All of us are kind of on hold, all of us in education and everything. Just
Yeah.
we're kind of waiting to see how the situation is with travel and that kind of thing. But yes, you know, we want to get back to providing our HairUWear on the road classes and giving you guys the education you need and having you actually see, touch, you know, feel the pieces and work with them in the classroom setting. So hopefully we'll see that coming around sooner than later, I hope.
Yeah, hopefully. And then we're going to be doing more digital like webinars. So,
Hmm.
and then again, you guys can always reach out to me on social media if you have any questions about certain styles or looks that you saw today.
Indeed. We welcome
to help
people's
you.
opinions. I'm at, if you're doing Instagram, social media, Christina Jones is at The Hair You Love. I am at Hair by Frank Campanella, and we definitely always welcome your opinions, always welcome your suggestions, because that's what this is all about. It's all about us as professionals connecting and coming together and sharing ideas and thoughts, especially now where we may not be able to do it, as we were saying, through travel and through classroom settings. We have this wonderful platform, and this has been so great for all of us. So I'm glad to have all of you joining us whenever you do, because it's really a great way for us to kind of come together and get our points across and learn from each other ultimately.
So how
Ooh,
cute
look at
is this?
that. That
So
has
what
such a retro vibe to it, doesn't it?
no. So what I did is I pinned my hair because my hair is longer. So I just
Mhm.
tucked it under and I pinned it so that my ends wouldn't stick out.
Yeah, I love it.
So cute.
Absolutely. I mean, that is such a finish. I mean, that's a night out on the town style.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm ready. I have my
yeah,
little biker shorts on, like totally Kim K. I'm just
right. And you didn't, if you didn't want to, Christina, you didn't have to shampoo, you didn't have to blow dry, condition, all that. You just take the hair you had all day today.
Yep. And
and
actually,
just
yeah, I
smooth
did
that
it.
up.
I did need to shampoo it, but
Yeah.
yeah, not anymore.
No, and
And
look at that color with the, like you were talking about, we were mentioning wearing the
yeah,
lighter
I
color at the
I
ends.
wanted to go lighter, but I think this color is good. This is the 1416T.
Yeah.
If you notice that the ends are a little bit lighter, it's tipped on the ends.
Yes. Who said? Nancy Cruz says, "I dream of Jeannie."
Oh,
It does, Nancy. It does have that look to it.
she wishes. Dream of Jeannie wishes she looked like this.
Oh my
She
gosh.
didn't have, I don't think she had the 2020 bob
She had the
pony.
braid. She had the braid in the
Oh,
top.
that's right.
She had the braid. She had very
I totally
Madonna
forgot.
in Truth or Dare. That was I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but look,
like I feel like so different. Like I feel like I have shorter hair. Like I totally have a different hair color. It's a little bit darker.
yeah.
It's just so fun. And then what I did is I just took the flat iron and I just like bent it and then I just like hold it a little bit to like make it stay.
Right,
But so cute.
right. Just keep that temperature controlled, people. That's all.
No more than 350.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this is what we're talking about, people. This is hairdo. This is what it's all about. It's about creating looks that you see, looks that you love, doing it quickly and easily,
Yeah.
helping your clients achieve looks that maybe they didn't think were possible for them, because to have that look would
Yeah,
require a lot of hair.
even though my hair is actually longer, I can't get this look. Like my pony doesn't look like this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all the ponies that you or all the celebrities you see with the same look, they're using hair pieces.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think anybody in Hollywood is using their own hair anymore, unless it's a shorter look or they've just been gifted with voluminous hair. But that is not the majority. It's
Yeah,
not the majority of any of us.
right. But even if you do though, like why would you want to spend all this time trying to get your hair to look like this?
Yeah.
And then it's just
When you
gonna
can
fall
just get
flat.
it.
I also like
Yeah.
the one that curves under too, but I did out for today.
Yeah. Girl, fantastic. Just love it, Christina.
We're sending everybody kisses.
We are. And again, for those of you that joined us today, we have that wonderful raffle on that display, which I'm sure you're going to be looking forward to. Who will it be? I
Are
don't
we
know.
gonna announce the winner?
I don't know. Are we going to announce the winner? Well, maybe. I guess they'll know.
I think we are. Hold on, let's see.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to post the winner on the page later. That's what we're
Oh,
going to do.
perfect, perfect. But go ahead. You have a few more seconds to comment. Any questions? Anything you loved? Do you sell hairdo? Do you want to sell hairdo? Comment and we'll enter you in.
Yep. But Christina's in the zone. Oh, wait a minute. We do have a winner. Do you want to reveal it? Can you see it? Shall I reveal it?
I can.
We're
You
gonna
can
the
do
winner
it.
now. Okay. So everybody, our winner today is Susan Mills Weaver.
Yay!
Hey,
Yay!
Susan.
Susan. Thank you everybody though
Awesome.
for watching. I know like we're all so busy right now, and even though this is easy to just put on the side and like keep working, I know that you took time out to join us, and I really appreciate that. I really do.
Too. I do too. So we have another one coming. You and I, again, next week, we'll be talking about human hair. So if you guys have questions about human hair, anything you want to know about human hair,
Yes,
we'll be featuring
ask us.
our Raquel Welch Black Label and Couture collection. And I'm really excited to talk about that with you
know.
also.
The couture cap construction is so special, and we'll
Mhm.
show it to you. I actually have one with no hair on it, so you can really see it. So
Oh, you have just a cap. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring it with me for Monday.
Cool. Cool. We'll have a lot of stuff for you, people. So
Yeah. Thank
be
you
sure
again,
to join
guys.
us.
More kisses.
Thank you.
Bye.
Stay safe and sane.
Yes, please.
Bye, everyone.